はい、どうもどうも。まあ、やるか。で、そうじゃなくて、どこだっけ？なんか、
Well, there are the protesters.
うんうん。まあなんか、抗議してるデモを解散させてほしいみたいな。そうすれば、協力してあげるよみたいなことを言われたんで、来ました。
I have to admit that I still find the vandalism of Hayden's apartment puzzling. The protests themselves have been entirely peaceful so far, and the human revolution, regardless of the flimsy philosophical ground they stand on, are not a group known for projecting their ideology through unlawful means. The more I research them, the more I have to admit to the statistical conclusion that we're either dealing with a deceptive covert operations scenario, or less likely, a radical splinter group. Still, I doubt it will hurt to ask around. Brian Mulberry is there in the center. Fairlight said he was the one to talk to, and my mesh searches confirm that he is the leader of the local chapter of the Human Revolution organization. He's a bit player on the national scene, but he seems charismatic and camera conscious from the video clips I've reviewed. Perhaps we could use that to our advantage?
そんな露骨なリーゼント？ハッシーってなんだ？前回の途中でさ、待て待て、途中でなんかなんだっけ、食べ物の思考がどうのみたいな質問されて答えたけど、結局やっぱこうあちらさんの大好きな差別がどうのみたいなのが基本のテーマのゲームなのかね。さあ、前回もずっと思ってたけど、このフォントすげえよな。
Hello there!
読めるのがすげえ。
Would you like to hear about the dangers of our country's unchecked use of genetic modification?
この遺伝子の「い」っていう字とかさ、これで遺伝子の「い」って読めてる俺もすげえけど、作った人もすげえよな、このフォント。どうやって作るんだろう。
I have pamphlets. Here, take one. Oh, yes, Yannick called and said something about an investigation into an apartment break-in. He didn't elaborate, and I'm not sure how I might be able to assist with this. But if Yannick is involved, I'll do whatever I can. How can I help?
We found Human Revolution graffiti spray painted all over the apartment, and some things were stolen. I was hoping you might be able to point us in the direction of whoever did.
Ah, well, the Human Revolution certainly does not condone such actions at all. We're a peaceful organisation, and threatening people is not going to earn us hearts and minds. But...
しかし
off the record, some of our younger members can be a bit overzealous, as any hot-headed teenager tends to be. I'll look into this matter personally, and if I discover that any of our younger members were involved, they'll be turned in to the proper authorities. I'll also let Yannick know anything I find out. Is there something else I can help you with? What questions can I answer for you? Genetic modification is one of the most dangerous sciences we've ever fooled around with. It's playing God on the highest order and threatens to unseat what humanity is altogether. Cybernetics is a dangerous path as well, selling off pieces of ourselves bit by bit for mechanical strength and resilience, but at least a brain-controlled android is still a human brain, even if in a metal box.
アンドロイドの脳には今のところ人間のものが使われているがってどういうことだ?
There is a reason Congress enacted laws prohibiting highly modified hybrids from breeding. Now, I do not fault the individuals who come here for treatment, many of whom are disabled and deathly ill. If you ask me, genus isn't the kind of therapy they all need.
Oh?
However, we must take a stand against the medical research industry that would have us cast aside our humanity for their miracles.
人間性ね。
We hope to educate the public about the dangers of rapid technological advancements. We want to warn the country away from thoughtlessly accepting every scientific discovery we make before it's too late. We used to say that splitting the atom would surely bring about the end of humankind.
原子を分裂させることがってあれか? 原子力発電のこと?
But now we're changing the very things that make us human, our biology, with nothing to ensure our safety. The revolution we're after is humanity as a whole making the decision to remain as we were created, and return to how we lived before genetic science put us on the wrong course. This world is Icarus, flying too close to the sun. It's only a matter of time before our arrogance becomes our demise. Just because we can, doesn't mean we should. At our core, we are a peaceful movement and seek only to convince people to vote according to the truths we reveal to them. The human revolution has faith that American democracy will win out in the end. It falls to us to make sure that people are informed about the daunting and confusing technologies they put their senseless faith into every day. On a personal level, we would like to exhort every individual to try and live more simply and reject any gadget or medicine that would make us less than we are. Is there something else I can help you with? Of course! If you have any other questions, feel free to come back. I always have time for the press.
Oh?
You clearly missed doing real journalism. I'm impressed.
本当か?
I think you're starting to get back into the hard-boiled investigative journalist thing.
どうも皮肉で言われてんのか本気で言われてんのかよくわからないな。
Hopefully we'll get lucky enough to turn up a new lead, even if this one didn't pan out like we'd hoped.
どうも皮肉っぽかったりする選択肢があるな。
I think he was considerably less deluded than my searches on the meshnet had led me to believe.
まあ言ってることは
Don't forget,
ね。
we're still here to actually break up these protests. Let's see if we can't figure out a solution together.
そうね。
Make sure to look around and think carefully. I'm sure we'll find something. 突然 BGM が変わった。どういうこと? Interesting. A RSU climate control ROM model 6703, if I am not
コン
mistaken.
トロール
Apparently, it is owned by the Hassie Bar, based on this identification marker.
ほう
Let's not. Two's company.
ふーんははーん寒くなければ路上は発しを発しってなんだインターフレッシュハッシーなんだハッシーって
They have all the basic Passy flavors, but their specialty menu has other Passy bar exclusive drinks like Sassy Passy, Poison Passy, Classy Passy, or a Grassy Passy shot.
Aw, that is the most adorable little ROM. What kind of model is it? Where did you get it?
めっちゃ喋んなこのゲーム
It's so moe.
そうもうはあそうっすねおしゃべりだねこいつは
Yeah, some of the newer VIs can be pretty chatty. You could always get a different personality profile for him, but it'll probably cost you a few hundred credits.
クレジットっていう通貨単位なの
Anyway, what can I get you? A drink I can do, and I guess I have some time to talk. The protesters outside the clinic are driving off a lot of my regular customers.
なるほど。
Filling up my bathroom too, jerks.
そら迷惑だな。
So, what do you want to know? Oh, I never introduced myself, did I? I'm Ramona. I guess there isn't much to tell. I went to college, got a degree, took out a loan, and bought this place. Now I spend my days trying to find enough time and money to sustain my VR drama addiction.
VR ドラマってどういう
My priorities are justice, cute stuff, and magical girls,
やつなんだ。
in that order.
やっぱどれかの人物の視
What
線になれるのか
else?
視点
I
に。
pretty much don't leave the store. Look, they've got the right to protest, but I don't have to like it. Once they're done with the hybrids, I know they'll be coming for me next. So I'll be voting appropriately. And if I have to unclog one more toilet because of an entitled, bigoted jerkface, I will lose my goddamn mind!
そら怒るよな。
Oh, you can't tell? I've got a cybernetic arm and leg, thanks to an autocap crash when I was a kid. I also got Neuralinks for VR interfacing.
ふーん。
If it was up to those dinosaurs, I'd be stuck in a wheelchair right now. Or worse, depending on how far back they want to push our medical technology.
そう
It's
便利だと思うけどね
already illegal for me to have a rocket-powered fist. What more do they want?
ロケット出力の上ってどういうことだよ。
It does a good job, huh? Yeah, that's fine. Well, technically, it's property of Hassey Holdings. We spent some mints on it, but the rest of the block helps pitch in for maintenance costs since I usually set it to patrol the whole area.
ふーん。
You should check it out when we do Christmas in July. It can cover the whole street in snow, as long as it's cloudy enough to keep the sun off. Sort of like today.
そんなことができんだ。
Sorry, but that thing cost me way too many credits to let just anyone poke at it.
なるほど。引き換えってことか。
I would need to see some serious credentials before I let you mess with it.
信用証明。
You know, enough to make sure you can afford to replace it if you break it.
なるほど。
Otherwise, no touching. Sorry. Otaku speak. I just mean he's really cute and lovable, and you kind of want to hug him forever, you know? A lot of otaku come around here, probably because I own the place. I'm used to being able to shoot my mouth off and not explain all the jargon.
そら病気ですね。
Yeah, I know it's a bit out of fashion, but I'm a history buff.
マジで「来たー」とか言い出しちゃうやつ。
The past really gives context to stories of the present. You know what I mean? I've been to Tokyo twice already. The old otaku resist the new culture of the saishi in the same way their parents refuse to give up cassette tapes.
祭祀ってなんだ。
Oh, sorry. The Saiba Shibito.
サイ
Cyber.
サイバーシビットってどういうことだよ。
In the early 21st century, Japan had an epidemic of chronic shut-ins, and the rise of direct link virtual reality only made that worse.
こんな世界観なんだよ。
Suddenly, people weren't just refusing to leave their rooms, they were refusing to leave their heads.
やべえじゃん。
But as the technology got better, the Saishi were the first to figure out how to use their own brains to sculpt cyberspace. Computers are good at thinking in straight lines, but the human brain is capable of so much more. The best virtual landscapes, the most real VR dramas in games, are created by the Saishi. Now, even if an earthquake or a meteor or whatever leveled Japan, they'd still have Neo Tokyo built on the VR net.
本当かよ。
But enough babbling. If you're interested, I'm sure you could find more out on the mesh, or use an induction helmet to visit Neo Tokyo yourself. It's a trip, especially for newbies.
そうは言っても脳を動かすためにある程度物食ったりとかするんじゃないの？もしかしてなんか一生栄養食寝ながら食うのか？
Okay.
どうすればいいんだろうな。
Enjoy your drink and let me know if you...
This ROM serves up the has.
どうするんだ？
Maybe a Cassie would help your.
お、すげえ。レトロだな。コンピューテーブルで。まあ確かにね、テーブルがタブレットみたいになってたら便利？どうだろうね。うっとうしい気がするな。これどうするか。カウンター。これどうすればいいんだ？お、左はまだある。なんだレンガって。
Do you?
じゃあ抜くか。レンガを手に入れた。いや久しぶりにアドベンチャーゲームっぽくなってきた。調べる。4分。なんだ
Don't ask me how it works. I don't have any clue about the thermodynamics involved. If you want to learn more about it, perhaps someone in the Hassie Bar can answer your questions. This kind of ROM requires an RFID key to access it. It appears to be owned by the nearby Hassie Bar. Don't ask me how. If you want to learn.
Cool.
Hey again. Sorry, but that thing cost me way. I would need to see some. You know. Otherwise.
こ れあれか。
Okay.
もう一回他のとこまで行かないとダメか。
Have you heard of the human? Join the human revolution and help.
Welcome to the new. How may I be of assistance? Please give me a few more. Thank you for your. Detective Rivers will be here.
おお、呼び出せるんだ。すいませんね。特に明確な目的なく呼び出しちゃったけど。
You know, since I don't have anything else. Mostly, I just need a break in the something I can use instead of the fly-by-night spy crap you're probably digging up. Just teasing. Ha! I can't even start an official investigation, so I've been reviewing traffic cam footage for hours, just trying to get a glimpse of whoever assaulted Hayden. My superiors aren't out and out grounding me, so that means no extra manpower, no. I'm assuming it's their way of appeasing the corporate overlords without actually. Me in the streets is what I'm used to anyway.
We are happy to assist in any.
How about you try not to get shot at?
So
Your track record isn't great on that one, so.
Right.
I'd berate you for wasting my time. Other than being overworked and underpaid, and it's been a while since we've just talked. Ah, hell. I don't know if you remember that incident back home, the hybrid ex-Marine that was murdering people.
Oh, そんな事件が?
Well, I couldn't tell you back then, but I kinda threw myself into it too hard. Made it too personal. The chief had my back, but it's a small city, and well, I was afraid I'd either be made out to be a hero. Never mind the fact that people already didn't like me too much because of my implants. Some people really So I figured I'd move to the big city, where the big crimes are. Turns out I'm still a bit too much of a cowboy. Most of the time. Nah. I'm real busy, you know? This isn't a pulp novel. The detective doesn't always get the girl. I'd rather focus on my work. You ever... Yeah, it's... Well, thanks. We'll have to sit down for coffee after this is all... You be sure to come back if you...
Welcome to Stardust.
Hey, good to see you.
Alrighty, have fun.
Enjoy your...
If you need a break from the music, it's quiet.
いけないんか。どうするんだ。なんだその選択肢は。病院？お？え？はせー。はあ、家に帰ってみる？
You look good. Every bit will. Ready to head out?
どうにかする感じか？わからん。話しかける。あ、ジーナスの中に入れん。
Gene therapy is a long and if you'd like to look into splicing
ねえじゃねえか。入れねえじゃねえか。した金目当てに人間性を犠牲にする連中？どういうこと？
Shoving the police ROM directly. The taste of sick. Maybe we'll find some. Don't ask me how it. If you want to learn more.
でもレンガ使うの？窓とかに？それは無茶じゃね？それは無茶じゃね？客に話しかけるか。サッシーハッシーハッシーホットわかんねえ。なんなんだハッシーってなんだ？ 瞬な。
Just look at the menu and
Please don't touch the hat.
you should get a Hassie.
どんだけ種類があるんだ。お、やっとダブった。
The process.
ついついな。ああ。何銃で脅せんのこれ。いやー、したくないな、できたら。ああ、名刺。そんだけ？
Dr. Yannick Fairlight. I've heard of him.
あ、なるほど。
Super rich guy?
博士
Used
と
to own System
お知り合
One?
いなので金持ちっすよっていう話？
Why are you giving me his...
Yes. He's getting on in years and that's why we wanted to see it before.
この丸いやつ結構適当なこと言うのうまいな。
Yeah, okay. I guess you can take a peek. Don't bust it, though. I scanned this card, and I swear if you break my ROM, I'll be calling your boss. Here's the RFID key to access it.
Thank you. This will surely be useful. Shall we go check it out?
初めてアドベンチャーゲームっぽいことしたよ。このゲームで。調べる。
This ROM has multiple different climate control settings.
ほうほう。
Maybe we could make things a little more festive. Christmas is my favorite season.
つまり雪にするって
Should I
こと？
switch it to snow mode?
うん、やろう。すげえな。
It's snowing? Okay, people, I for one didn't bring any winter wear. Let's call it a day for now.
Excellent work. While I still have doubts about the moral superiority of using subterfuge to disperse a protest, we at least accomplished our goal peacefully.
まあね。
And to be frank, considering how the human revolution is clearly working against my personal interests, I won't waste many clock cycles puzzling that ethical quandary out. Might I draw your attention to those youths over yonder? Counterculture clothing, obvious bad attitudes, and graffiti paraphernalia. Those could be our suspects who damaged my home in the name of revolution.
本当かよ。それはさすがに。まあ話しかけてみよう。
Right. We should approach them cautiously as to not start a confrontation with the wrong individuals. They may even point us to the true culprits. Oh no, they've noticed our attentions. Come along, maybe we can catch them.
そんな急展開なの？
We'll never catch them on foot. Hold on, I'm calling for an auto cab of our own.
いやいや、お前もうちょっと早く走れたりしな
I
いの？
know it seems a great deal of trouble for such a tenuous lead, but I have a hunch about them.
なんかさ、前回ロボットには直感がないだのどうだのみたいなこと言ってなかった？どう考えても直感でしか動いてねえ
The
ぞ、お前。
wicked flee when no man pursueth. The auto cab is estimated to take 5 minutes to arrive. We'll never be able to engage in pursuit fast enough to catch up to them. Perhaps we should call Tomcat.
なんで？
Maybe they can do some bit of techno wizardry and stop that cab.
そういう？そんなことするぐらいだったら。なんかこう、
Excellent.
ハッキングでタクシーの到着する場所を調べた方がいいん
Hold
じゃ
on
ない
while I
か。
connect us.
Howdy, folks. How's the search for the data cache going?
Actually, that's what we're calling about, Tomcat. We may have located the perpetrators, but they eluded us and are making their escape in an auto cab.
もう完全に容疑者扱いじゃん。いや、いいの
We
かそれ
attempted
で。
to use a cab of our own to tail them, but it hasn't arrived and they're getting away. Can you hack the cab and stop it?
No can do, little guy. Security on those cabs is tight, and the dang thing will shut down its external net connection long before I get in.
なるほど。
Unless... Oh, I have an idea. Sit tight for just a sec. Alright, I went faster than spit on a skillet.
てかだいぶ未来なんだけど、音声のこの劣化具合はそのままなんだな。
I did a job a few years back and had to break into the city's central traffic network. Do me a favor and don't ask why. The back door I drilled into that long ago is still wide open. I'm logging into the traffic management system now. Wait. Oh, shit. They may not have fixed that back door, but they did install a new counter-intrusion VI. Oh, the damn thing is hot on my tail. I gotta take care of this VI. I'm gonna need the two of you to handle the traffic system. Turn, I'm passing control to you.
ほう。
Hold tight. I'm gonna be doing some 2 sets of hands on 1 keyboard kind of hacking. Just push on the map and loading up on Turin's face. Sorry, Turin.
便利だね。
Ooh, they're on the move.
はあは
Here's how it works. Use your display map to keep track of their cab and redirect it back to you.
あ。は
You can trigger traffic nodes at intersections so the cab thinks the streets are blocked off. Do it right, and you should be able to steer them right back to you.
あ。
You'll have to block them off on all 4 sides till they can't move no more.
ほう。
You just gotta make sure to stop them where you're at, or else they'll just go running off on foot. I'll put a goal marker on the map for you. You can trigger any node on the map at any time, so plan ahead. I'd say you'll have time for 2 moves every time they hit an intersection. If they go off the map, though, you'll lose them.
なるほど。
Block every road that leads out of our grid, and watch the places with 3 exits you can't all cover in one go-around.
3方向に開いている交差点は一度には塞げない。なるほど。
Just hurry. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to keep this V out from messing on the carpet, and once I kill the...
I'll tap into the Our top priority is to ensure they cannot... I'll mark the southern... We only have time to block off 2 routes before the autocab will make a decision and move. We shouldn't block the route back here. We have to stop them where we can catch them. Once you get them back here, press the big button on top of the map to shortwire the autocab. Be careful if you stop there. What do you think?
北側てかさ、おかしくない？マップに北とかなんとか書いてねえのにわかんねえだろ。まあ、北米だから上が北なんだろうけど。北側じゃねえ、東側。北側封鎖して意味あるこれ。
Turn, I can't have you talking. It's messing with the...
It's up to you now. Don't let those punks escape, and don't trap them anywhere that's not here. We can access any of the control nodes. Got it?
で、これさ、そうだよね。とりあえず出らんないように全部封鎖して、やばいな。ここ閉じとこうか。びっくりした。取り消しができんのね。はいはい。そしたらもうここは閉じて、ここも閉じていっか。いや、で罪か。
We've got them now. Let's go. I'm gonna go stop them.
What the hell do you want? Who do you think you're messing with, huh? You ain't got nothing on us, and if you don't get out of my way, I'll mess you up.
Hey, we haven't observed them doing anything illegal, and we could potentially... Or, we could share news of this encounter with Lexi before things get out of hand. These two seem agitated already. And it may be best to make... Those are the options I did. It's up to you.
これはどっちだ？セーブできる？できない。警察には出せないだろう。でもな、やった犯人だっていう確信があるなら任せた方がいいのか。どうかな。問い詰めるか。
We just have a few questions.
Did you not hear what I...
Maybe we should just answer their questions. I mean, we didn't...
You a cop? 'Cause if you wait...
We're newbies.
These are the tools...
These are all... We just got done making a...
That's right! We... Running? Right! We...
Enough! Stop assuming. I've matched the hues of those paints and the patterns of the bottom of your shoes with 95% accuracy. Now tell us what you were doing there.
Now you're accusing us of...
Chad, I think they're onto us.
Damn it, Oliver! I told you I'm Starfucker now!
I only went along with this because you said we... I don't even care about this human revolution. Just because your dad...
Don't talk about my dad.
ちゃんとスターファッカーにしてあげたんだ。
Fine. Whatever. I told you we didn't...
Be quiet, Chad. Here.
いい子だ。
Okay, well...
正直こうだな。がそうだね。まあ、正論を言っとこうか。いや、でもこうだよな。
Yeah, whatever. Just get it.
We hope you find that Hayden guy, and we're real sorry.
本当かよ。
All right, let's.
まあ、データキャッシュが手に入る。
Can we get dinner for?
Sure. What?
なんでもいいよ。
I'm certain. Incoming call from.
Hey, folks. Jess just called and told me she has a clear way to the access node. She'll get you inside, and I'll walk you through connecting me so I can access the Parallax network. That should help our hunt.
Oh,
Did you get the data cache?
仕事が早い。
Yes, those punks happen to have it.
Oh, great. We don't have time to worry. Go to Stardust and drop it off with Majid for me, okay? He'll hold it to pass on to me once I get there. I managed to trigger an alert within Parallax's network security, and they're going to be moving their logs from one secure server to another. I need y'all in place of that access node before they do.
No problem, Tom. We'll make our way there directly. We can worry about the weather. Let's go.
いや、これどうにかした方がいいのでは。
Don't bug it. It already.
ダメじゃねえかよ。壊すなって言ってただろ。
Hey! I told you jerks not. Those protesters are gone.
怒られたじゃん。
This hassy hot cup is the perfect thing to warm me up.
は
Snow out of nowhere?
お、なんか賑わってるぞ。
Wow, look at.
I better go get some.
Well, I'll check the mesh for common issues with the mode selector on the 6703 ROM unit and forward the. I'm certain she'll be able to get it.
なんだこれ。わからん。まあいいや。まずスターダスト行って。
Welcome to Stardust.
There's Majid. We should leave this.
Hey, good to see you. All right, Tomcat asked. I won't pester you. I know things are always. I'll make sure they get it later to.
Excellent.
じゃあ行こうか。ちょ待って。中なの
？Welcome to Stardust.
いまいちこのゲームこう遅いんだよな、動作が。違うか。お、なんか猫がいる。撫でる。あれそのなんだっけ。どこ行けばいいんだ。端末がどうのって言ってなかったっけ。
It's getting late. I don't even see little Alfie. The need to rest is quite common in older ROMs, whereas I have very... Anyways, if you think something here... It seems he remembers we were his last customers.
水止めたこと知ってんのかよ。
I need to re...
ひどい。話しかけるじゃん。
Who is there? I
あ、マジかよ。
cannot
セ
see
ン
a
サー
thing.
の上に落書きしちゃダメだべ。
I shall make a note to request more street lamps in this.
で、端末がどうのってのはどこの話なんだ。
Hi.
はいじゃねえんだよな。まだここでやることがあるの？おう、お雪が治ってんじゃん。
Welcome to Stardust.
Hey there.
Hey, good to see you.
Alrighty, have
Enjoy yourself.
The trace amount of liquid.
Sorry, but I'm...
This is exact.
You again.
あ、話しかければ入れんのね。
Hey, I heard from my friends down the street that the Alright then. I will. Tomcat said that if you got to an old abandoned access node, you might be able to find. I called up a buddy who's on night shift for peril. He can buzz you in. But if anything happens, this puts us at about even. Good luck. Keep me out of your shit.
なるほど。
I still feel bad about. I'm not against the thought of. This is the place Tomcat said we should. Unassuming. I'll be honest, I don't think the crime statistics are quite alarming, so let it. I'm sure she will. Jess is a bit aggressive and standoffish, but I would not accuse her of being dishonest or under.
そうね。
But I guess I did just meet her. Perhaps we should. Tomcat is waiting for us to call them.
これいちいち見れる必要あるのか。ゴミ。
You know, right after we found. I have never much considered doing any of. The simpler tags, visual shouting. They exhibit a feeling I can sympathize with, but it's these larger pieces, riots of color and chaos. Petty vandalism is... For example, did you know that Los Angeles in the mid-2030s legalized... It was chaos of the highest degree. Perhaps I will visit. Ah, I had. Do you have much experience with gonzo journalism yourself? Reporting after or... If you do end up writing on this experience, what... It doesn't seem to be your usual style, but... I've never had much interest in the practice, but... Sorry, I'm rambling again. What if we don't find... What if we do... My memory processors are shot from the stress of the past day. It's... But never mind. Let's find that access... Let's find Hayden.
Parallax Walk, AN-19 security.
Hello?
Yes, can I help you? I was wondering when you'd get... You're at the access node on Cesar Chavez in Indiana, right?
That's right.
Good. Be quick. Don't touch... This conversation never happened. I hope you find what you're looking for.
This is it. Let's go and... This place doesn't look like it's had... I hope the system... Oh, I forgot you can't see in darkness. Oh, Tomcat is pinging us.
Howdy! Y'all at the... I'm set to slice in once Turn makes physical access.
Of course, Tomcat. Just walk me through how to connect myself.
Just patch yourself into the links terminal down there, and I should be able to get...
Connecting wirelessly to it... now! Permissions granted. Please be careful in there.
Don't worry, doll. I'm an old hand at this. One sec. Oh, shoot. Y'all have a... This system's still running on old cassettes, and the recall slot is empty. Can't call up Hayden's info file without it. There should be a cassette on the opposite side of the wall we can overwrite with the recall program.
Oh.
Pretty sure all that one was used for was phone monitoring. You know, from back when phone networks were separate from data networks. I swear, y'all, I just turned 22.
22だったのあんた。もっと欲しかと思った。
We need to move that cassette across the room to access the records. Figure out how to do that and...
According to this poster, the data cassettes can only be moved by using the links panel to control the utility arm.
なるほど。これか？
Nice job! I'm gonna put some more pressure on them to move the data now, and we'll see if we can't slurp it right out of this network trunk. You would have thought that someone would have noticed and This mouse is happy to... Way back when I was a youngin', when I first hacked into Parallax's network, they were just about to launch the meshnet system, and I wanted to show the whole darned world that their security had more... Of course, I wasn't too shy about poking in. After putting in some more tricky software backdoors, I went ahead and deleted this access node off the maintenance schedule. Then I reassigned the guy who was... They were in the process of buying up a whole gaggle of these nodes in preparation to set up a private network for themselves. All just to use for the meshnet launch. Most of the software holes have been patched out as they've upgraded their network, but this whole place is just as forgotten as I left it. Now you'll just hold tight. Surveillance camera footage. Oh, God. Oh, Turin.
Eh?
I'm so sorry.
死んでる?
What is it, Tomcat? What did you find?
He's gone, Turin.
Of course he's gone, Tomcat.
Shit. I mean, he's gone, Turin. Hayden is dead.
Well, that obviously isn't right, Tomcat. Why would they kill him? Can you send me the relevant files? You must have missed something.
I don't think you should see it, but if you're sure. Parallax, they had security cam footage from the hallway outside Hayden's apartment encrypted on their network. Just a short clip. It looks like Hayden started to struggle with a couple of big dudes when they broke through the door, and one of them shot him.
撃たれた?
I also found some chatter about it on some darknet channels. It wasn't a kidnapping. Somebody went there to murder him. I'm so damn sorry.
Thank you for your assistance in this matter, Tomcat. I think I'll walk back to the apartment. I need some time to run some calculations about this new scenario. If you'll excuse me.
Should you follow them?
おい、追いかけるって選択肢ねえのかよ。大丈夫じゃねえだろ。後でな。
If you say so. I'm gonna keep digging through this data until they kick me. I'll try to find some kind of... Maybe I can find something out about who killed Hayden, and... It ain't much of a silver lining, but if they... Maybe it's time... Anyway.
セーブは大事。 おい、部屋に戻るってここかよ。お前自分の部屋じゃねえのかよ。
You know, Hayden was a brilliant programmer. I am a machine, and intrinsically, I do not have all the glands and visceral chemical reactions. But his code is a flawless replication of that.
なるほど。
I don't think I've ever felt this. It fouls my processors and fills my RAM with. My motherboard burns in my casing from how little I can rest. I'm in pain, and I can't make it go away. I do not like the thoughts. I could. But if I turn off every emotion I don't want to feel, what does that make me? Would I still be? If I were human, turning off my emotions would be seen as extremely There is a wealth of information on the meshnet about human psychology. Either way, it is my way of honoring him. It may be the only way I can. Did you see? It's doing well, despite... There... I don't know that I... Will you keep helping me? I need you. To find the bastards who killed my progenitor. I need to finish this. I don't know what I'll do. What does the truth mean anymore? What does it matter?
お前がどうにかしないって言ったんだろ。
But knowing the whys and wherefores will bring closure to this.
なんで殺されることになったのかを。
I could use a measure of closure. I think for now we should keep knowledge. It may give us an edge if the people... We'll talk after. You likely need... Good morning. I trust you slept.
今日の予定は
Now that we are both refreshed, I feel it wouldn't hurt to recap our progress, and since your journalistic efforts are a big part of why I originally recruited you, your inquiring mind has been a huge boost in our journey thus far. As a ROM, I can't talk to people as intently as you, so I must say I'm quite grateful for your skills in that regard.
お前だいぶ適当に話を合わせるのがうまいぞ。
You're diligent in your day-to-day work as well, which...
そうね。締め切り前に書き上げるのは大事。
Let's take a look at how we've performed in other responsibilities. Specifically, our first major hurdle proved challenging, but we made use of our surroundings. Furthermore, I am pleased with your utilization of non-violent methods, eliminating any excess. Finally, I was quite impressed by your ability to adapt on the fly, as they say, and perform so well when thrust into a sudden situation.
ルート解析みたいなことをしてくれてるってこと？
I'd like to discuss how we're getting along with our companions and allies along the way. It's important.
ほうほう。
I was very impressed with your negotiation abilities with those kids. We got our data cache, and they went on their way,
すごいな。
and hopefully learned a lesson too.
中間発表させるの？
Jess is a bit of a harder read, but she did agree to help us out in a big way. As long as her brash nature doesn't tempt you to lash out, I think things will go smoothly. Detective Rivers was good to involve as well, and I can tell you enjoy it. She could prove to be our greatest aid. Tomcat seems to genuinely care for our cause. Out of everyone else, they seem to be easiest to get along. And finally, I must say, we have worked together better than I ever expected. I feel confident in our combined ability, and I enjoy your company as well. Please continue showing me around the city as we continue our search.
各キャラの今の好感度をそんなに丁寧に教えてくれなくてもいいんだぞ。
Unfortunately, we've just about run out of leads. Perhaps Tomcat was able to find something of use. I hope so, but I'm always going so far for Hayden. They... Oh, speaking of that, forwarding video.
Morning. Turin, how you been?
I'm fine, Tomcat.
Well?
Of course. In fact, Otherwise, we're down to canvassing Hayden's ad. But that's just fishing.
Well, I pulled a fair amount of data from the Parallax servers. A lot of it's unrelated. TPS reports, maintenance logs, juicy meat. It'll take me a while to decrypt all of Hayden's files. So, no, I don't have as much as a whiff. Though, I recently got a strange request from someone's been messing with the articles of a news organization named Augmented Eye. It seems like the network security head there's asking around for cybercrackers to help. The original files on their servers are untouched. But when you view the site from the outside, a word here, phrase there, it's subtle. Someone with deep access to Parallax's meshnet is changing. I ain't sure if it's related, but maybe y'all can head down to the main KCOB offices and try talking to the gal that runs Augmented Eye. Her name is Zen. I ain't got the time or the desire.
It does seem to be a bit of a stretch. But if we have to...
調べようか。
Alright, I'll pass the word along that you'll be in sometime. And I'll send y'all word as soon as I get anything worth hunting down.
Excellent. Thank you, Tom.
No problem, Turin. Are you sure you've been through some
I said I was fine. Thank you for your concern, but I am fine.
これ大丈夫じゃねえやつ。
I have already handled the reality of... It's time to move on.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you. I'm just worried.
そういう反応するのは余裕がねえからってことだな。
Here if you need anything.
Understood. I apologize for my tone, Tomcat.
謝れる。
We'll be in touch.
いい子。
Alright, later, Turin.
Okay, we have a lead, however tenuous. Also, while we were talking to... Displaying...
Greetings. I hope you'll forgive me for a voice only. Still, I wanted to inform... I haven't had any luck with my contacts inside Parallax, but I was reminded of an old friend by the name of Melody Flores, who may know more about the nature of Hayden's research.
Flores ってなんか聞いたかな?
She's the owner of Flower Cybernetics, and Hayden has been known to work closely with them on projects involving the intersection of Parallax's systems and the implants that Flower designs. Melody and I are no longer on speaking terms, so I'm afraid But perhaps the intrigue of Hayden... I hope this lead serves you well. If you need anything, I will. Yours, Doctor.
Interesting. I had no knowledge of Hayden ever working with. Maybe this melody can reveal more. Hayden must have kept my development secret. Hopefully I have highlighted
そんな簡単に家の場所がわかんの?
Okay, we can now either follow Tomcat's lead. Up to you where to go. Tomcat's led us in the right direction so far, but Fairlight has resources and his tip. It depends on what you want our focus to be on in terms of tracking Hayden's trail. Should we follow the media or the tech?
なるほど。どっちでも不正解じゃないけどっていうこと?
It's fitting. They're the two factors that make. If we explore them both to the full. 最初のにしちゃっていいかな。じゃあまあ行くか。 Ready to head out?
どんどん進めようか。基本的にトムキャットの方が俺は
Here we are.
信用してるんだが、あの医者じゃねえや。あのじじいはどうかな。
The COS.io Corporation off. It looks like most of the businesses on this block. Well, perhaps, at the very least, it means it's unlikely they're not impossible. That makes sense. Volbitus Reparium, one of the more popular display ferns in recent times. Expensive, given the cost. The species is native to threatened tropical forests, but it... The MeshNet says Augmented Eye's SF office is run by an individual named Zin, and Tomcat confirmed she's expecting us. All we have to do now... No shenanigans.
なんてゲームが置いてあんの? お、もうカツラの写真どういうことよ。すげえうさんくせえ。あっそう。増加かい。オフィスに直通なのね。
Hello. Welcome to Augmented Eye. You must be the journalist my network admin. Have a seat. Would you?
水で。
My assistant will bring. Look, I'll start off by saying I'm a little. Whatever you dig up, I'll have to explain to the rest of the press. But it's still better than the other options. Chances are I have another corporation. If they aren't in the coalition, they'll be expecting a... If they are in the coalition, it won't look good for me. Even if I do end up being right. So if I'm damned... At least then we can fight back on a... Now, what do you... That's the long and short of it. My network admin... I'm not going to pretend I understand everything they say, but from... The versions on our servers are still the originals. I'm hoping that you can do some digging. Maybe hit up your contact. Even if I have to get answers from the nightly news, it will be a big help. Mostly little things. Word choice, tone of the writing. So far, almost all of the edits seem to be making our articles more positive on new technologies coming out, and more critical of organizations like the Human Revolution. That's actually what tipped us off. A harsh criticism one of my writers made about the Human Revolution protests was changed. My writers and readers aren't exactly fans of the... I guess I'm not, but my network app... They told me that they tore out all of the routers. All kinds of tricks involving IP addresses and DNS changes that I'm not going... I pay them big bucks, so I'm inclined to believe... Not really. My admin says that only someone with intimate access to Parallax's network protocols could make these kind of changes as something passes across the net. Personally, I think it's a clever hacker rather than someone inside Parallax itself. The public trust rating of Parallax makes them look like a saint among wolves. It's trivially easy to set up ROMs to use a different OS than LIPS or a different meshnet protocol without that trust. Or, you know, Parallax is abusing its power to spread pro-tech propaganda. I'm sure you'll be a good... I know tin hat conspiracies aren't an ideal... Anything else I can tell you, off the record? If you want it on the... Like what? There isn't much... It's a fairly simple and... We started off in Venezuela as a sleek current events and... We focus on more in-depth reporting of on the... We're one of the few good ones left. Once folks in other cities saw the type of reporting we do, they all clamored. They invested in the right places and it paid off. It wasn't until hybrid tech started hitting the... All of that said, I can't see why anyone would target us. Alright, look. So, you didn't hear this from me. You might want to go check out TMI Entertainment and That's all I'll say. And remember, you take a bite out of him with my name as your defense, I drop you fast. What? Not wanting to answer prying questions from my coalition board isn't a good enough reason? Cause I'd really... And look, you've covered culture war. My journalists are good, but they're mostly good at gadget reviews. This needs an investigative journalist with serious content. The fact that my network admin recommended you to me means you probably know the right people. Now, does... No, don't bother. In hindsight, I plausible deniability. I won't ask you to lie in anything you write, but do remember you got in contact with... Wink wink, nudge nudge. If you need anything else, have your person... Now, I'd show you the door, but you... Good luck, and...
Well, that was more confrontational than I'd... She never brought you that...
そういえばね。
Is it always like... Very true. I will admit, if all of this really is due to somebody manipulating the... That said, I will... We should make no assumptions when investigating. Anyway, seems like our next step is... what the...
Hmm? マジ
What the... That's Zin! It's too late.
マジか
Considering the angle and height of the fall. Your desire is laudable, but emergent... We should head back to her office. Perhaps we can still...
うわ、この手前の人にフォーカスできない。じゃあ入るしかないのか。
It looks like the desk has been cleared. Let's take a look around. The police will be here.
Why で植物を引き裂くんだよ。
Even a ROM like that. My thermal sensors only detect a single set of lingering footprints, and they end almost 3 feet away from... Considering the density of this glass, I can't imagine... But who could have done it? I don't see any... It doesn't look like...
つまり機械かなんかが犯人かもってこと？そういうことじゃなくて？いいんだよそれは。
Her personal computer is not password protected at the moment.
Oh.
Give me a moment to... Best to keep your fingerprints... Most... Committee reports... Oh, here we go. According to this email between Zin and her network admin, her lead on TMI Entertainment is... The admin ran a web crawler looking for changes in writing styles. Some blog posts by their head anchor Charlie Nova stood out like a sore thumb. Apparently he's a bit pompous, if in an affable way, and his blog usually just... But ever since the human revolution has been in town, he's been smearing them with more venom than you'd expect. Zin seemed to think he was just complaining about the protesters fouling up traffic, and whoever is manipulating these posts spun it to make him look critical of the movement as a whole. Just like the augmented eye journalist. This Charlie fellow is the one we need to talk to. We should go. There isn't anything else.
Son of a... I should have figured the two of you just won't stay out of trouble no matter what I...
違うんだよ。
I assure you, Detective Riv... We had an appointment with Zin to discuss a pop...
Of course you did. Fine, fine. Get the hell out of here before anyone... We'll chat about the case more when I'm not busy.
Certainly, I'll forward you a report of what we know immediately.
Yeah, whatever.
It doesn't matter anyway. Detective Rivers has every bit of information. Her investigation will not be hampered by our absence, whereas ours... Has it occurred to you that whoever threw Zin out of that window could be after the same thing we are? We have little time for fooling about and must get to Charlie. I have highlighted the main Neo-SF offices for TMI Entertainment on your map. Let's go!
No? まあ行くか。
I hope some pity for me still remains, considering... I suppose we should... Honestly, you do have your own I'm quite certain you can handle all the casual searches you might feel like making.
そうなの？ラップトップお前に壊されたけど。
We hardly have time for me to blather out every bit of exposition you desire.
いやいや、お前の得意分野だろ。
Fair enough. If you think it will save time, I I just ask that you keep your queries to a minimum. Let me pull up the info. Charlie Nova is TMI Entertainment's most popular TV personality. He's gotten consistently high ratings for almost a... The chatter on the mesh paints him as a bit arrogant, but he's best known for hosting Star in the Stratosphere. It's one of the... Apparently when TMI can't organically discover... Oh, and also, according to this blog, Charlie's hair is flawed. TMI Entertainment is a relatively popular celebrity and gossip news conglomerate. They own OK Today. They did a good job transitioning from the traditional media models of television and news to the net-based model prevalent now.
なるほど。
Some might call their programs rags, but opinion on... They stick to mostly good-natured prying and lean away... As such, they have a positive relationship with many celebrities and regular...
なんとも言えねえ顔だな。
Welcome to TMI Entertainment Incorporated. Do you have an appointment?
Yeah, 人気のテレビタレントは無理だろう。
Oh, I guess I should send you to sympathy then? Oh, she'd be pretty mad if someone ran something. Go ahead and talk to her. Don't bother the talent though.
そんなんでいいのか。 どういうサングラスっていうか。あじゃねえんだよ。ミーハーか。なるほど。適当な理由をつけて入ってきたってことね。
Hey, what are you doing, bother?
させん。
Thought I told Nina to cancel all my... I swear, that girl couldn't find her ears if I taped them over. At least she makes it. Yes, I am. What are you doing in my...
We've been given a lead on a story that involves... Someone has been manipulating his articles on the meshnet. We're trying to track the culprit.
You let your ROM do all the talking for you? Of course I know someone's been modifying Charlie's articles. I'm tracking them down myself. What I want to know is why I should help you snatch the scoop. Super hacker twists meshnet news for I'm not. I admire your spirit, but I've got people putting in lots of hours. Plus, if you really did, you... Not interested. I already have a pretty decent idea of where to... I'll figure this one out on... Zin? Augmented eyes, Zin? What does Zin have to do with...
Oh, 知らないな、
She's
こいつ。
the one who gave us the lead. Then, someone threw her out of her office window. We figured Mr. Nova might be next, and we wanted to get to him first.
Holy shit. Fine, I'll let you talk to Charlie.
おお、さすがに殺される
Someone's
と。
trying to kill people over this. I'd rather it be out and done with as fast as possible.
なると。
I mean, shit. We're an entertainment scene. Nobody should die for
言うね。
that. But hey, watch yourself with Charlie. Keep it civil, or I'll throw your ass out and figure this out on my own. Now get on it. I need to make...
Fantastic! How fantastic! I just love your ROM.
うるせえこいつ。
Not quite as stunning as mine, but still... Very sleek, very clean. Bravo. Oh, Sympathy is doing that thing where she... Right down to Brad. Wait! I forgot to... I'm Charlie Nova, host of Tonight in the Stars and Star in the Stratosphere. But you already... What can I do for...
Yes, any additional information on...
Well, it's the best damn network on the... We put out top-notch news and entertainment, but with real... But if you really want to know about... It's her pride and joy. Sure, she can be a little acerbic, and sure, she calls me a poofy-haired Deep down. I'm not sure if that throat-cutting gesture she's making is a signal to... So, What next? Oh, you flat... I can't imagine you've come all this way just... After all, I've already published my very own splendid 100% original autobiography. But I suppose I can give you a quick... I grew up here on the mean streets of Neo-SF, but my jocular nature and the rest is not so ancient. Now I'm the host of the largest celebrity news show on the net. It's all thanks to my swarm... Oh, it may have come up in the last lunch meeting we had, but Sympathy assured me that it was some kind of technical glitch, and our support people were... They're top-notch, the abs... So I don't think there's anything more... That's very upsetting. I'm certain our tech people will be able... I really don't know what... It's Charlie. And of course... Who had... I'm not quite certain what you think it is that You won't be able...
チップはなかろう。
I appreciate that, I really do. She's never let me down before, if you don't count forgetting my birthday. And I don't... You've just gotta... Ah, that's pretty...
Alright, that's enough. Charlie has a show to get ready. So get the hell out of... If you find anything more interesting, directly.
Remember, I'm the...
Oh man, she looks really cheesed up. I better get her coffee ready.
We're very... Perhaps I could take the coffee over to Sympathy.
Yeah, okay, sure. I mean... Oh no. On second thought...
It'll only take a...
All right.
腐った牛乳入れるいや普通の牛乳入れよ
う Okay, let's...
なんでこんな求人みたいなことしなきゃいけないん
I
だ
thought I told you to be... Ha! Ah, that's cute. Sometimes I think Charlie's hair gel seeps into his brain, but he brings in most of our revenue, so his happiness is our top priority.
だいぶひでえこと言うな
Now, Scram, you know...
That did not go... We need some kind of leverage to... I'm certain he knows some... Indeed. While you were talking to it, it turns out he did a series of promos for a local Hassie bar early in his career, and something... It's a long shot, but frankly, everything about this case... Maybe we should question the people at this Hassie...
なるほど
There must be something. The Hassie bar is located on Market Street, near the G...
とっとと出ようこのゲームやっぱ割とあ、猫がいないおいこの歩行者に話しかけらんないのか話しかけられない何だったんだ今のやつはお面
Welcome back!
いらないっす
Ah. But I refuse to relent in our mission, rain or shine. Through some concerted efforts, we've created an alliance with a number of businesses banning service and employment of unhumans. Yeah, they call themselves hybrids, but we call them what they are. I can't respect those who willingly trade their humanity away.
この思想はやべえな
Thanks to our efforts, many local businesses are finally gaining the confidence to only serve humans. Why, just the other day, a neo-SF landlord thanked me for supporting his decision to deny tenancy. Plus, can you imagine? That's a leading question. Simply wanting cat ears and furry tails does not... If the government strictly limits genetic alteration surgeries to...
なるほど
We are not God. We were made in his image, and his image did not include fur.
本当か？これ猿から進化したみたいなこと言ったら怒り出す人？
I feel it's rather simple. Modifying genes means we are changing the very... We're giving doctors, among other people, with a severe lack... We are the byproduct of tens of thousands of years of natural selection and evolution. And why? To fulfill some sick fat... Besides, why should we give these self-pro... That is the greatest mis... They would have you believe that we'd rather... Oh, sure, the human revolution wants people to go back to... We do not advocate for a reverse. We merely want severe limitations on genetic enhancements. That would include an outlawing of cosmetic gene therapy, yes. People parading around in... We need the government to protect... Great! Do tell me.
Forgive me if I'm wrong, but doesn't...
Oh, that's cute. Yes, this is true, though I sleep comfortably knowing... Why, thank you. Oh, please do. And remember...
ちょっとさっきの言いようはあんまり好きじゃないかな。あ、なんか立ち位置が変わってる。
I haven't seen you around here before. Is there something I... another one of his... Yeah, he comes here. I don't really get why ever... Well, I have a picture from this time he flipped off a box of kittens.
それはダメだ。
Somebody brought them to try to give away, and one of them scratched him up. He ended up taking it home, but he really hammed it up about getting scratched. I think he ended up calling him, it was pretty funny, actually.
This is pretty innocuous. We are going to need more evidence if we're to...
Oh, hey, it's...
俺の友人だの。
Who's this?
Hey, not too old. Did you manage to keep that? Really? Nice job. It's great to see you, though. Sorta surreal, too. You never... For a tech journalist, you do have...
That's what I said.
Figures. So... Yours? Really? Anyway, it's great to see you. What All right.
Indeed, we're looking into some... And we're...
No shit.
Oh.
Charlie comes here all the time. That show where normal people try to become actors and singers. And listen to this recording I made when he was here last...
So many people come up to me thinking that if they can sing... But that isn't how it works. Raw talent isn't enough to get... It takes hard work and... But the kids I get on star in the stratosphere. I love them. I do my... They give me their...
It's not much, but it might help you build a case if you chop it up right. Just keep my name off it. I post hiking pictures, not scandals. Well, if nothing else, the threat of this dropping on the mesh should... Anyway, I'd love to catch...
Say... Why did you tell Keith that...
都合がいいからなんです。
Very fair. You may continue to run... Anyway,
what can I do for you? Sure. I still have a little bit before closing, and I can use some. What do you want to know? Charlie is a complete trip. We met when he was. I love the guy. He's super funny, always. And he parties harder than. A couple weeks ago, he invited me to this rave at some hole that's probably already shut down, and he got so amped up on Crash. I swear, if he was in Charlie Novo, if you want to meet him, he loves mingling with his fans. You don't have internal hookups, do you? The older sets are all helmet. It's pretty crude though, which is why EM hats give you that. It doesn't quite feel real. The Direct Link network has way higher. And since the Direct Link can interrupt your primary motor cortex, you don't have to take muscle relaxers to keep up. But some people are.
そらそうだろう。体の機能を停止させられたら
Well, it's pretty
きついぞ。
invasive. They inject this smart polymer into the base of your skull, right at the brainstem, and it crawls along your primary neural path. It's been safe for almost a decade, but a lot of folks are still pretty skeeved out by the idea of having. Plus, for the 24 hours or so that is hooking everything up and self-calibrating, you start to have intense hallucinations. It's a trip, I'll tell you that. But no worse than the stuff. Anyway, if you're looking to get installed, just let me know. Oh, it's an ongoing drama called Magic. In it, you play the magical girl Yakina. It's a bit cliched and just about as all with a pseudo-military theme. In the newest episode, Yakino has to face off against the Yith as they try to inhabit the bodies of people in the present to escape their destruction in the past. Not really. Video games are about winning and dramas are more about inhabiting the role of the character.
役割を演じる。
There are rules, but they're mostly about behaving consistently. It's a bit like being in improv theater, except if you get too far out of your character, the system boots you out and you have to start the episode over.
何入るんだ中に。
Everyone experiences the drama a little differently, but it stays broadly consistent. It requires you to really... I like it better than VR games, but that's just me.
すごいね。
It's the best! Super awesome! I played through a little bit of everything. I'm sure I could... Maybe a detective drama. Anyway... Sure!
Frankly, I'm starting to feel a bit uneasy.
ね。
Mr.
捏造
Nova's
して。
clearly an upstanding individual. But I suppose if we're... This should be more than enough anecdotal evidence to fabricate a less than...
ひでえな。
Let us present our...
いいのかそれ
Hopefully
で。
our delay has...
Hey, you two! I think I'm gonna have to let security know that you're... Doubtful. Never let it be said.
Yaba.
Ha! You're just... This speech was truly... There's no way...
Well... Anyway, this is just... This is really your best...
Hey, that's complete... And I love... Sure, we didn't get off to a good start.
Charlie, flipping off a kitten? Why? Whatever, this is... You need to step...
So what? There's nothing wrong with...
Damn it, I told you to get off the crash, Charlie.
クラッシュってやっぱあれだよね。薬だよね。
Shit like this.
I did. And besides...
You go public with this flimsy smear piece, I'm gonna tear you apart.
Oh, enough, enough! I'm not... What's the big deal anyway? It's... I might as well give them what they...
Tell them whatever you want. And I'll be taking that.
You didn't have to... I would have helped... But it's always push. I'm not a journalist. I read off a teleprompter, and look... I don't have much to offer. Trust me, I'd love to lay down some earth-shattering pronouncement and... The thing is... Stuff getting changed, making me look like... It started after I had an... upgrade. Technically... Look, I like to have a good time at a... But sympathy keeps hammering on me for pounding back too much... Nothing illegal, but she says it makes me look like shit on camera the next day.
なるほど。
So I went to this guy I know, good guy, everyone uses him. He's called Nanya. He does great work. After just one... I can use an app to make my VR uplink have the same effect on my brain that the stims do. It could be a... The tech guys didn't find anything wrong with my uplink. But that Nanya guy does a lot of work for media people around here. So if a bunch of posts are getting changed, maybe that's your weak link.
Oh.
Anyway... Pretty flimsy, but I'll send you...
どうもだいぶ回り道をしてるようにしか見えないけど。
If he'll even see you, that is. Well, we took far too long to get to it, but I'm quite happy to assume. Just make sure you source me in your...
いいのかな、前出して。
Maybe run a rough draft? I'm certain that'll help signal boost. Give it the old... Maybe we can smooth that. Anyhow, let me know how it goes with the murderous hacker thing. My ROM will call your...
I filmed for my
そうっすか。
Let me know how it goes with the...
I'm not supposed to let you back in.
Wow. なんとも言えない感じだな。
This looks like the spot. I'm awfully nervous and let's hurry.
レスラー。なんでレスラーがいるんだ。で、お前はなんで登りを持ってるんだ。
I think this is the place. Frankly, the state of this industry and the current political climate don't give me much hope for my own legal status. When regulation regarding cybernetic implants is a mess of intersection between medical and tech industries.
そうなんだ。
I'm rather surprised the Human Protection Act was I suppose the possibility of hybrid genetics being passed on to offspring meant there was a considerable push from biotech companies due to patent law and the... Never mind. Let's get in there.
Hold up there, Speedy. I've never seen the two of you around here before, and I know everybody.
何なんだよ。
Why don't you let me know what's going on here first before you start barging through people's doors?
We're just here.
Just got into... Tisk, tisk.
What? No. Listen, we don't want any trouble.
Trouble? We can be... No, I like... And... Maybe you'll be willing to give back to the community and do a favor for your new pal, Formula, first.
Formula? Shimura じゃなくて?
You see, I'm a budding street musician. Working on my next big hit. Feel me? But I'm sort of stuck on a few lines. I just gotta get these last few... Maybe you could share a little of your creativity with me and see what we come up with.
そういう流れ?
Are you...
なんだこれ?
You know how important this has... Time is of the essence.
You don't have time to not...
Huh?
What do you think? Helping an up-and-coming singer-songwriter finish a guaranteed worldwide hit? Or you could ignore me and maybe I'll send over... You see, I know for a fact that everything inside... Even if they didn't find anything. People like you don't come down here for anything. We clean up good.
なかなか効果的な脅し方をするやつだな。
If Lexi in particular gets suspicious and starts tracking us down, not to mention all the other... This whole...
Huh, kind of a dramatic... But I made my point clear. If you don't... He's my buddy. Done me a favor or two, so I return him when I'm asked. That's how we do things around here. I knew you'd see it. All you gotta do is help me complete my rhymes. A couple of them are just missing a word or two, but if I really want to make this song fantastic, I'm gonna need some killer... It's gonna be super... Anyway.
Yeah, やろう.
Gonna give it a shot? Here's the first line. You ready? It's my favorite season, only comes once a year. I'll show you the true meaning of, hang on a second. It's my favorite season, only comes once a year. I'll show you the true meaning of old wrestling gear. Really? Come on.
ダメなの?
Hey! Yeah!
Oh, man. I'm gonna keep thinking.
Haven't you ever...
Gonna give it a shot? Here's the first line. You ready?
同じ?
It's my favorite... It's my favorite season, only comes once a year. I'll show you the true meaning of an elephant ear. Oh, like the pastry. I guess that kind of makes sense. Thanks for helping. Ready? Pay. If you bring mistletoe, you knock me off my guard. And if you want my number, You know, for this one, I'm gonna need some inspiration. If you've got anything to show...
Huh?
If you bring mistletoe, you knock me off my guard. But if you want my number, I'll let you scan my ID card. Hey, really, thanks so much.
A Christmas theme? Aren't those supposed to be...
Alright, now I need your... This one's been driving me up a wall. Ready? This is harmony. I think we're vibing the same tones. We can ride this beat with a nice pair of... Damn it! This is getting... There's no way to salvage this. Don't lose hope. This is harmony. I think we're vibing the same tones. We can ride this beat with a pair of GX Ultra beats. That doesn't rhyme.
Oh.
Oh, man. You might need to find... I'm gonna keep thinking.
Do you even...
うるせえ。なんで機械にラップの仕方がどうとか言われなきゃいけねえんだよ。トーン？レンガ？レンガ関係ねえだろ。何？なんか持ってこい。
We can't go any...
あ、そう。
Wait, those are... I have 6...
Alright, now I need... This one's been dry. Ready? This is harmony. I think... This is getting embarrassing. There's no way to salvage this. Don't lose hope.
なんだ？ドーナツなの？
This is harmony. I think we're vibing the same tones. We can ride this beat with a pair of yummy Christmas scones.
Huh?
He does know those are donuts, right?
Oh.
Now that's what I call a tasty beat.
意味がわからねえ。
That was amazing. I can't believe you pulled it off. Whatever you do for work now, it doesn't matter. We totally become... On second thought, you keep your day job. But you did help out, and go on in and see Nanya whenever you want.
Here, you can keep the It was nice.
Hey, you too, little Bob Blue. Hey, that kinda...
Let's go.
Wow. うさんくせえ。半端じゃないね、確かにね。CRT すげえじゃん。
This is known as a CRT monitor. Almost nobody still uses them anymore. They're very outdated.
現在でも CRT モニターなかなかないと思うけど。
Nope.
なにも言ってねえだろうが。ダメじゃねえよ。
Nope, I don't know you. You got someone willing to vouch for you? If not, get out of my shop. Moolah? That guy's a hoot.
あ、そう。さ。
Keeps out the riffraff and fakers too. But seriously. Charlie. Yeah, I remember him. That TV guy runs his mouth. Paid good enough. Alright then. Sure, if that's what you want. If your credit's clear. Enough foreplay. A fresh install, custom firmware. I can pretty much do it all. Turns out brain sur-
We're in a bad situation. Local news are... Charlie Novas are being manipulated. It didn't start happening until...
What are you, cops? No, worse. Get the hell out of... I have a business to run. I don't... You found the door before... And tell Charlie he can get someone else to... He ain't welcome around.
Give us a I don't know about you, but I'm We could just find some bribe or blackmail to get what we want. I have an idea. Keep him... Just do what you normally do and ask... Nothing about the blog post, though. It'll only take...
Are you gonna get going? Damn straight. I didn't.
We were just hoping to get some more background information on the...
Shit. I'll tell you what you want. Doctor-patient confidentiality and... Just promise me it'll get you the hell out of my shop.
Deal. Sorry for this. Our circumstances have...
There's no way to hack a VR implant. I mean, you can definitely install hostile firmware on one, but you can't just load whatever program... Any changes to the loaded firmware will trigger some really obvious visual indicators to let you know something's being changed, and... I've never heard of anyone being able to circumvent them. The only person who could have loaded hostile firmware on there is me. And don't try and go there. I get paid too...
What about using the mesh to mess with the implant? Is there some way to change the input remote?
No, the implant itself doesn't have any kind of wireless connection. You have to use a headset with an induction coil for I/O. Wireless just doesn't have the bandwidth for it. You might be able to try infecting a ROM with some virus that screws with the I/O, but you only use a connection to a ROM for AR HUDs. They can't handle full... You'd need a full rig and a hardline connection to the net to do that. So, I'd give it a big maybe. If that's actually how it all happened.
Could it have just been faulty parts? Not to be too blunt. Maybe your supplier sent you an implant.
Damn it. Look, I get it. But I'm a fully licensed cyber surgery tech. This entire... It isn't illegal to install custom parts or firmware in any current... My business keeps a low profile, so we don't run into bogus patent infringement lawsuits from Flower Cybernetics or whatever shell company they decide to come after you with. All of my parts are sourced direct from the original manufacturer, completely above board. So if they're bad, they were built bad by the factory. Now, is that all? Yeah, whatever.
え、でいいの?
I've done nothing.
Dynamo.
You may not know this, but I have a finely tuned sense of We need to be able to maintain optimal contact with the mesh, catalog and use your stock off-the-shelf ROM. But I'm starting to realize how... That means when the humidity is low, the air fairly sings for me. Meaning, in layman's terms, I could read his monitor over.
Oh.
Well, some. I doubt I could have handled an LCD monitor. They require extra parts I just... And the fidelity is a... Anyways, Nanya looked up his client records on Charlie, and I got some of the names of his other customers. One in particular stands out. Shotaro Otsuka.
突然日本人の名前が出てくるんだ。怖えなこのゲーム。
Mr. Otsuka is a moderately prominent tech blogger. He catches my attention though because historically he has been very critical. Recently though, the tone has been increasingly moderate. His fans are accusing him of shilling for the company, but many of his earliest posts show some of the same manipulations that we saw from Augmented Eye and Nova's blog. Now it's like he's being ghost-written. Couldn't hurt to check. I've marked the location of... After you.
突然ゲームが遠回りになってきたな。
This is the building. Mr. Otsuka must do well for him. Not the priciest section of Neo SF. Perhaps we should... We both know it won't be that easy.
Greetings, guests. I am LJ2. Shotaro was not expecting any company at this time. Sorry for the wait.
That... That was odd. Maybe try...
Shotaro was not expecting any company. Sorry for the wait.
定型文だ。
What is taking? All right. Third. Once more.
もう一回やるの？
Greetings, guests. Shotaro was not. Sorry for the wait.
Ah! Why can't this ever be easy? I swear I'll blow out a fuse before we're
フューズ
done.
なんか内蔵されてねえだろ絶対。
Thank Hayden for system redundancies. Well, that's that. Let's see if we can find a.
勝て。
Did you know that palm trees used to be much?
やべえ、普通にもう話しかけて普通に話しかける人物になってしまった。やべえだろう。ドアに話しかけるのはやめてくれ。え、これじゃないの？固定されてる。
Hey, didn't I see you earlier? Nice to meet you.
は
You weren't prepared for the weather, huh? My gym's closed this week for the holiday.
おお、はしご。
Mr. Otsuka's apartment is on the second to fire escape. We just need something to. I'm sure there's some piece of. Oh, that's how. Shotaro's apartment. How do we reach? Don't even think about.
You weren't prepared for the weather.
About that.
お、傘を
You want my umbrella?
借りるってこと？
Not for the weather.
Oh, you live here and lost your key card. But look, as much as where I come from, see.
Jim, go.
Sorry, but unless you don't want to get wet.
興味深いもの。まあ、腐った牛乳かな。
I'm trying.
控えてる。あ、そう。あー、ヘッドホンレンガかな。
Not even. Those guys are. Oh, you're not?
じゃあヘッドホンだよな。
These are pretty cool, but I'm not.
違うんかい。あー、マジか。名刺渡しちゃやばくね。
Your ID card?
名刺よりはこっちじゃない？
Whoa!
What? We were.
Oh.
あ、そう。マジか。名刺渡すことになるのこれ。
Sorry, but don't want to get wet. Hey, is
You know him?
Of course I do. He's one of the most. Can I please have this?
I think it's a fair trade.
ああ、そう。まあいいならいいけど。
Thanks. This is so exciting.
やべえよ。大丈夫か？人の個人情
Call
報。
him. Oh well, now we have our tool.
傘ぐらい買ってくればよいだろう。どう考えても名刺の方が
Excellent work.
貴重だぞ。
This window is unlocked. I'm not sure. My olfactory sensors detect chemicals associated with decaying food and it's unfamiliar. That's better.
おっと
Let's take a look around.
なんだよこれ。ああ。どんどんきな臭くなるんだな、このゲー
Shotaro
ム。
must be plugged into the mesh. I feel like. Hi, Mr. Otsuka. Nothing.
Hello, guest. Shotaro has been a bit under the weather. He is trying very hard to keep up with his...
We just checked.
Is there anything else I might... Shotaro has been under the weather for some time, but he rarely has visitors or goes on outings. In fact, you were the first... Several days, in fact. Perhaps you could ask him. I run regular self-checks, and I appreciate your concern. If you think... He is. Shotaro is a diligent... If you are a reader of his work, his next significant... Very well.
Oh no, we're too late. It looks like he's been here for a couple of days,
そうね。
maybe a
だい
little
ぶ肌
longer.
の色がよろしくないね。
That means whoever did this did it before we even found out about all of this. Stabbed in the chest, right through the back of the chair. Looks like it severed his carotid artery. I don't want to make any assumptions, but I can't help but wonder if this was done by the same person who assaulted Zin. His ROM doesn't even think anything. We need to hurry. If I'm right, everyone we've talked to... Someone is following us. We have to find his computer so I can see... You interrogate him. Maybe you can find...
Shotaro has been a bit He is trying very...
That's okay.
Is there anything else? Very well.
そんな直球。まあ教えてやるか。
Shotaro has been... He is trying very...
That's okay.
Is there anything else?
Eh?
It shut it.
死んだって確認する
Let's see
と
if we can pull some useful information off of Mr. Oatsuka's computer. If we can find it.
Oh. 確かデスクが PC まあまあインターフェースなだけならいいよな。 あんま下向いて作業するのはよろしくないですよ。
I'll start downloading it. I finished my exam. I didn't find anything particularly interesting, but I copied some files to be examined later. If we're all done here, we should hurry and go warn Nanya about what we found. Charlie and Sympathy too. They might be in immediate. Let's head for Nanya.
Shit! What the hell? Wait, let me get... You stole some of my files, or hacked my brain, or used telepathy or some shit. Found out someone else got hit by your little ghost in the machine. When you got there, found... That close enough? Well, it wasn't much. Charlie Nova is dead.
Magica.
What? Charlie is...
The autocab he was in drove him right off the bridge and into the bay. It's been all over the news for the last 10 minutes, and I'm not looking to be... I'm getting the hell out of Neo-SF, and I'm gonna forget that I ever saw you, ever knew Charlie... Hell. I'm less likely to get murdered for being a... Have a good life!
Oh no! No! Why is this happening? There was no one in that car! No heat... That wasn't even an auto cab! It's a... I don't know! That's it! This is too much! I've had enough!
おい、そこで
Almost
切れたらダ
everyone
メ
we've
だろ。
talked to so far has died. We're not investigating as
それでいいの
of
か、お
right
前は。
now. I'm just done.
はあ
We're completely out of leads, and I can't even imagine watching anybody else die. I couldn't handle that.
こんだけ引っ張り回しといてそれはねえだろ。
We have more pressing avenues of inquiry to make. Let's move on.
他に調べることってなんだよ。どうしよっかな。キリがいいからここで終わろうかな。しかしこれチャプターいくつまであるんだ。
Well, we should go to Melody's home and at least meet her.
終わるか。どういう落としどころの話なのかまだ全然わからんな。途中なんか随分回り道させられたけど、どうなんわからねえ。まあまあ、また続きはまた今度で。お疲れ様でした。